Okay, so check this out. Missouri, 1988. Little Peter Quill. My dude's just a kid sitting in the hospital watching his mama Meredith on her deathbed. She's all weak and whispering, your dad, he was an angel. And Peter's thinking, angel? Like with wings? Or more like Elvis with glitter? But then she passes away. Kid's devastated, bolts out of there crying, running through a field. And then, out of nowhere, a freaking UFO lands and scoop him up. Fast forward 26 years. Quill's grown up, now calls himself Star-Lord. But like, nobody takes the name serious. He's rolling with Yondu's Ravagers, but he's still salty because they snatched him as a kid. They got a gig to grab this shiny orb thingy from Morag. Quill's like, yeah, cool, but I'm gonna keep it for myself. Swipes it solo, dancing around ruins like Indiana Jones with a mixtape, pockets the orb. But boom, ambushed by Korath the Pursuer. Dude's got goons chasing Quill through ruins. Quill barely escapes with the orb, but now Yondu's heated. Issues a bounty on Quill's head, like bring me this fool. Meanwhile, Ronan the Accuser, big blue space psycho, he's out here breaking treaties, because he's obsessed with Kree purity, basically intergalactic racist. He's working with freaking Thanos, the purple space titan. Thanos is like, yo, bring me the orb and I'll help you nuke Xandar. To make sure Ronan don't screw it up, he sends his daughters with Ronan, Gamora and Nebula. So Quill lands on Xandar, trying to pawn the orb off to this broker dude. Broker hears Ronan's name, and he's like, nah, I don't mess with that guy. Take your ball and leave. Quill's like, oh man. Then Gamora, she ambushes him, snatches the orb, and they're throwing hands in the middle of the street. While they're fighting, Rocket and Groot roll up, bounty hunting Quill like, yo, that bounty's mine. So now it's a rumble. Quill versus Gamora versus Raccoon with a gun and Giant Tree, who only says 3 words. I am Groot. Then Nova Corps shows up all. Freeze. Space police. They arrest everybody and throw them in the kiln. Now the kiln. Whole place full of killers and psychos, and they all hate Gamora because she's Thanos' daughter, right? Especially Drax the Destroyer. Dude's like, you work with Ronan, who killed my wife and kid. I'ma end you right now. But Quill, he smooth talks him down like, bro, chill, she can help us get to Ronan. Drax is like, fine. But later, you're dead. Gamora flips, tells him she was planning to betray Ronan anyway, because he's nuts. She got a secret buyer for the orb, and the payday? Huge. So Rocket, Groot, Quill, and Gamora are like, bet, let's squad up. Now Ronan's big mad, right? He finds out Gamora's been playing him. So he stomps up to Thanos. He's yelling like, yo, your daughter betrayed me. And the other, Thanos' creepy sidekick, he's like, show some respect. And Ronan, snap, breaks the dude's neck like it's a breadstick at Olive Garden. Whole room goes dead silent, right? Then Thanos finally leans in. He's like, bring me the orb. Mess up again. I'ma bathe the stairways in your blood. Meanwhile, the Misfit squad pulling their kiln prison break. Rocket's like, we just need this guard's prosthetic leg, a security band, and that battery on the wall. He's explaining the plan, but Groot, my man's like, say less. Rips the battery out immediately, mid-sentence. Sirens blaring, prison's going full red alert. Rocket's like, you idiot. I said last, not first. Now they are in this watchtower. Alarms blaring, chaos everywhere. Quill's like, here's the leg, and Rocket just smirks. Oh yeah, I didn't actually need the leg, bro, just thought it'd be funny. Quill's like, man, I transferred him 30,000 units, but now they're all surrounded. Guards stacking, and Rocket, my dude flips the switch, turned off the artificial gravity outside. Guards and drones just floating, like confused balloons, and they escape by controlling the robots. Like, man, that escape was awesome. He gets his Walkman back. They dip in Quill's Milano, and they head to nowhere. This giant dead celestial skull. Classy. So they're chilling at the boot of Jemiah bar, right? Drax is chugging alien shots. Rocket's tipsy. Groot's just vibing. Then Drax calls Rocket a vermin, and Rocket loses it. He's all drunk crying like, I didn't ask to be torn apart and put back together. Sad stuff, man. Drax storms off, salty, while the rest gets summoned by Karina to meet her boss, the Collector, Tonalier Tivan. Dude's got a museum of freaky stuff. He opens the orb, boom, it's an infinity stone. Explains it like, yeah, 6 singularities predate the universe, unlimited power, yada yada yada. And just when payday's about to hit, Karina wilds out, grabs the stone, trying to free herself. Boom, instant explosion, wrecks the whole collection. Groot barely makes it out alive. Quill's like, okay, yeah, this thing's way too dangerous. But then Drax calls Ronan. Ronan shows up, beats Drax like it's nothing, while Nebula wrecks Gamora's pod and leaves her floating in space like frozen food. They nabs the orb and dips out. Rocket's like, we out, screw her. But Quill, nah, my man goes full Romeo, jumps out of the Milano, gives her his helmet, and they're both about to die, like Titanic in space, until Yondu swoops in and beams them. Quill smooth talks Yondu into not killing him, promising, yo, we can still flip this orb for big money. Meanwhile, Rocket, Groot, and Drax are like, okay, fine, let's rescue our dumbass friends. They attack Yondu's ship, threaten to nuke it if he doesn't let the homies go, so the squad's back together. And they all agree, if Ronan uses that Infinity Stone, galaxy's toast. And just like that, Guardians assembled, cut to the Dark Aster. Ronan FaceTimes Thanos like, yo, got your package, but then he's like, nah, scratch that, I'm keeping it. He jacks the Power Stone into his ham, goes full Super Saiyan. He's like, I'll wreck Xandar first, then I'm coming for you. Nebula's like, bet, screw him, I'm in. Quill sends a booty call message to Roman Day, warning Nova Corps like, yo, heads up, Ronan's coming to wreck your whole planet. Ronan's cruising in the Dark Aster. Quill, Gamora, Rocket, Drax, and Big Tree homie Groot pull up with the Ravagers and the Nova Corps like, yo, squad assemble. Nova ships making a big old net in the sky, looking like intergalactic Spider-Man webbing. Rocket's zipping around like pew pew, while the Guardians sneak inside the Dark Aster to throw hands. Gamora runs into Nebula, and it's full-on family drama time. They're sword fighting, flipping, slicing. Gamora's like, sis, come with me, help us fight Ronan. And Nebula's like, you crazy, hard pass. Then she straight steals a Ravager ship and dips. Meanwhile, Quill, Drax, and Groot are tag teaming Korath and the Sakaran goons. Korath's trying to act all tough, but Drax just yeets him like yesterday's trash. Now outside, yo, it's ugly. Yondu's cornered, but my dude whistles and his magic arrow goes zoom. Bodies dropping like dominoes. Legend. Still, Necrocraft's raining down like cosmic hailstones, blowing up buildings, people screaming. Rocket and Ravagers are blasting ships midair, but still, people dropping fast. Then Ronan shows up all juiced up on Power Stone. He wipes out the Nova Corps fleet like it's nothing. Garth and Sal, vaporized. Quill's team squares up, but man, they're getting smacked. Dude's about to nuke the planet when boom, Rocket kamikazes his ship straight into Ronan. Dark Aster crashes into Xandar. Groot wraps everyone in branches, whispering, we are Groot. Big Tree sacrifice, man. Dust settles, Guardians survive. Everyone's like, yo, did that work? But nah, Ronan just walks out like, that tickled, ready to obliterate everything. And Quill, Dude starts dancing. He's hitting the worm, singing "Oh Child." Everyone's confused. Even Ronan's like, the hell is this? Long enough distraction for Drax to blast that hammer with the Hadron Enforcer. Crack! Stone goes flying. Quill snags it midair, but it's burning him alive. Man screaming. Then Gamora grabs his hand. Then Drax. Then Rocket. Teamwork, baby. Ronan's like, how? And Quill's like, we are guardians of the galaxy, bitch. They channel the energy and turn Ronan into space dust. Boom! Bye-bye, sucker. They trap the stone back in the orb. Quill hands it to Yondu like, deal's a deal, but seriously, don't open it unless you want to explode. Yondu and Ravagers bounce, happy they didn't deliver Peter to his daddy years back, except plot twist. Quill switched the orbs. Yondu opens his later, finds a troll doll. Man got punked, still smirking though. Nova Prime clears the Guardians records, makes them official heroes. She's even like, oh, by the way, Quill, you're half human, half something ancient we ain't ever seen before. The Guardians roll out in their fixed up Milano, Groot reborn as Baby Twig, little dude just vibing in a pot. End credits, Collector sitting in his busted museum, looking miserable. Cosmo the space dog licks his face, and Howard the duck sitting there like, gross. Wow, so that's it, but don't ghost me, okay? So now's the time, like the video, subscribe to the channel. And you have subscribed, right? Right?